Explanation of Article 293 of the Indian Constitution. Article 293 falls under Part 12, Finance, Property, Contracts, and Suits, Chapter 2, Borrowing, of the Indian Constitution. It defines the borrowing powers of state governments in India and their financial relationship with the Union government concerning loans. Clause by clause explanation. Clause 1. State governments have the power to borrow money within India. The borrowing is done on the security of the consolidated fund of the state, the main financial account of the state. However, the borrowing must be within the limits set by the state legislature through laws. States can also give guarantees, assuring repayment of loans taken by other entities within the limits set by law. Clause 2. The central government, Government of India, can give loans to state governments. The central government can also guarantee loans taken by states, as long as it does not exceed the borrowing limit set under Article 292 for the Union. Any such loans given to states must be paid from the Consolidated Fund of India. Clause 3. If a state has not yet repaid previous loans taken from the central government, it cannot take new loans without the centre's consent. This also applies if the centre had previously given a loan guarantee for a state's borrowing. Clause 4. The central government can impose conditions when granting consent under Clause 3. These conditions can include restrictions on how much the state can borrow or how it should manage its finances. Key takeaways. States have independent borrowing powers but within limits set by their own legislatures. The central government has control over state borrowing if the state has outstanding dues to the centre. The centre can impose conditions on borrowing by states in certain situations. This provision ensures fiscal discipline and prevents states from taking excessive loans that could lead to financial instability. The Constitution of India. Part 12. Finance, Property, Contracts and Suits. Chapter 2, Borrowing. Article 293. Borrowing by states. 1. Subject to the provisions of this article, the executive power of a state extends to borrowing within the territory of India upon the security of the consolidated fund of the state within such limits, if any, as may from time to time be fixed by the legislature of such state by law, and to the giving of guarantees within such limits, if any, as may be so fixed. 2. The Government of India may, subject to such conditions as may be laid down by or under any law made by Parliament, make loans to any state or, so long as any limits fixed under Article 292 are not exceeded, give guarantees in respect of loans raised by any state, and any sums required for the purpose of making such loans shall be charged on the Consolidated Fund of India. 3. A state may not without the consent of the Government of India raise any loan if there is still outstanding any part of a loan which has been made to the state by the Government of India or by its predecessor government, or in respect of which a guarantee has been given by the Government of India or by its predecessor government. 4. A consent under Clause 3 may be granted subject to such conditions, if any, as the Government of India may think fit to impose.